coming to you live from the Pacific Northwest in an undisclosed bunker in Oregon. How's everybody doing? Thought I'd try one more live stream. It's pretty amazing what's going on up there, Canada. I don't know, the rumors up there flowing. I know somebody got trampled by a horse. A lot of people are saying she's dead, and other people are saying not. So we'll just have to wait until tomorrow. But the guys I watch, Travel Fun 69 is out there tonight. Zot got arrested, and his sister took over. She's out there tonight. A lot of trucks left. I think they're going to regroup from what rumors, but a lot of people are saying they're regrouping. So we'll see. I mean, I think that they should have built snow barriers 10 feet tall around the trucks yesterday, because I know a lot of them got towed too, but a lot of them left. There's one street that they used to have trucks in it, and I think Travel Fun 69 was like, whoa, where all the trucks go? But, thank God for these streamers out there showing what's going on, because I've been trying to, keep track of what's the bought and paid for by the government, Canadian media has been putting out, and it's just disgusting. So let's see here. Okay, Albany, Oregon Skywatcher was in here. She'll be back in 5 minutes, I guess. That's cool. I think she just texted me, which I can't read her text while I'm doing a live stream, unfortunately, because I'm on my phone. Mouthpiece Media, what's going on, brother? My brother from another mother. But yeah, it's just full-blown communism up there, in my opinion. You got the parliament sitting on their hands. They could have voted, from what I understand is that Justin Trudeau's emergency, act or whatever they call it up there, had to be voted, either in or out within 7 days, and their parliament's just sitting on their ass. And the conservative leader came out and said, go home. I'm like, that's total bullshit. But there is hope. I think it's on Marcel Ernie, IRNIE channel. He was out there in a convoy and showing, miles of cars. So maybe they're going to Ottawa to reinforce, but they need reinforcements up there for sure. Hey, Scarecrow! Oh, it's Friday, man. You're still up, man. Yeah, okay, buddy. How's it going, man? Good to see you, man. I've been trying to do earlier streams, but there's just too much going on. And, our media, all they want to talk about, I flashed through our media today, and Russia, Russia, Ukraine, Ukraine, Ukraine. It's like not one, not one peep on Canada. What's going on up in Canada? It's like, oh my God, we may have a communist country on our northern border. Uh-oh, we got a guest coming up. Let me see here. Who that guest is? Of course, the guy that has integrity and is always there to have my back. Let me see here if I can get him in the stream. What's going on, brother? Can't hear you. Freaking StreamYard. Shows one person in here, but I know there's three, so I don't know. Jump out and then jump back in, JC. Or maybe I have to. Oh, here we go. We got it. Okay, Scarecrow's coming up. Sweet, my buddy Scarecrow's coming in. You there? You guys there?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm not seeing your icon, but that's cool. I can hear you. I can't hear JC. Just call out test 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I can't hear either one of you. All right. I'll wait a second, then I'll boot you both, and then you can try to come back in. Yeah, Albany, I saw some of the video there. but I didn't catch that one. I'll try to catch that later. I just heard all the rumors. And then I heard some guy died of a heart attack. And then I saw, I think Infowars had a video somebody put on Twitter of a RCMP or whatever. I mean, they got cops from all over the place. They're hitting somebody. Somebody was just calling me, so I think I just lost audio. It's crap. Hello. You there? Mic check. Somebody from the Northeast just called me and it kicked me out of the stream. So, how's the audio? Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello. Okay, cool.
Hello.
All right, James, you there? I don't know what his problem is tonight, but yeah, somebody called me to boot me out of the stream. I don't know what the heck happened there. That person knows I was going live tonight. They shouldn't have been calling me anyway. So maybe they'll get their ass up here. So what's going on up there, Scarecrow? I mean, you're closer than I am to all this stuff.
Oh, there we go.
Hello, mic check.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, what's going on?
Well, we're supporting the truckers.
Hell yeah, man. You know, if I had a passport, and then there wasn't so many restrictions, I'd probably be, doing whatever I can to get over there. I mean, from like what I said earlier, it looks like there's another convoy of cars that's headed that way. So we'll see. And hopefully the American truckers, they learn a lesson here because, they're even going after crypto accounts now. It's kind of total crap. And then we got one more guest coming in here. Hang on 1 second here. We got you.
Oh my God, he's blurry. He's so blurry. What's wrong with him? He's so blurry.
Who? All right, there we go. Cool. So, I mean, you guys, you think we're going to screw up the convoy or, what do you think about possibly another dictator, communist, Chinese kind of government up in Canada? Because that seems where it's going to me. Scarecrow, JC.
Hello.
Okay, yeah, I hear you. Just making sure you're there.
Yep.
Okay.
I forgot to turn off my VPN.
That's all right, man. That sucker down there in the bottom called me and booted me out of the stream. I think we lost Scarecrow. But, I mean, I think it's concerning to me because, who knows what Biden could do during, next week, which it really disappoints me that we waited so long, but strategically, I guess they kind of were sitting back learning from Canadians on what to do and what not to do. So, yeah, StreamYards are really screwed tonight. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, kind of weird.
My mic was off. Hi, guys.
Oh, there he goes.
I had no idea my mic was off.
That's all right.
I was just pushing buttons now, and now everything seems to be working right.
Pull head out of rectum, step one.
Wrecked him, damn near killed him.
I'm just messing with you, buddy.
Dude, I did to call you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to kick you out of your stream. I was only calling to try and meet because last night, like, I was waiting with bells on, and I'll be damned if you didn't live stream last night.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I tried, but nobody showed up, so I just said I bailed. It's
I
no
might have
big
been
deal.
15 minutes late, but my daughter woke up and was like, "Hey, Dad, you got shit to do. Come do it."
Yeah.
So
We're gonna try to get Scarecrow back in here. Sorry for
children are so demanding these days.
Yeah, rectimitis. There you go. Albany, Oregon Skywatcher. Yep.
Cerebral rectimitis.
How you doing, Mouthpiece?
I'm doing fine, sir. How are you?
Well, good now that I unmuted my mic. I've been talking to y'all for a minute, and I was like, boy, everybody must fucking really hate me. Why they even let me up here, you know?
If I didn't know you, I would have booted you out, dude.
It's funny. It still says Patriots. It's weird. I thought I lost that. I was trying to ditch that. I'm going all American Underground Army nowadays.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, I changed my identity. You know that.
Yeah. What's a Mouthpiece? Have you talked to Joey Bag of Donuts lately? What's his thoughts on Canada, man?
Well, I'm kind of a mixed bag. I'm still assessing shit. To be honest with you, I'm looking at, but they're scooping them up, man. They're scooping them up, and they're doing it very tactically. They're taking out the leaders, the organizers, first, before they start really. But I did see. I'm sure you guys probably saw it too. The horses trampling on people today up there. So.
Ouch. You're only allowed to do that at the border. Or wait, I mean, you're not allowed to do that at the border, but you're allowed to do that in Canada.
Wow.
Right.
God,
this is terrible. This is coming awful.
Oh my God, they're trampling these Mexicans with horses. And then, like, up in Canada, they're like, fuck these people. Let's trample them with horses. Did I go too far? Sorry.
Nah, you're all right, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it like they're taking them out, and but I saw was that you that did the video on the second convoy or something, right? The second convoy is largely like trucks and cars and stuff.
Well, no, it's on Marcel Ernie's channel. The guy that he was a racing cyclist until the pandemic hit. So I mean, he's been getting intel from everybody. It's weird how I guess he knows a lot of people up there, and he's putting out some good intel. So
yeah, I've been watching them.
Yeah.
And, I subscribe to all of them. Auto Walks and Marcel and Ernie. I've been watching Dan Hicks Press for Truth for years. He's been through some. Well, I don't know if you guys know who Dan Hicks is.
I think I've heard. Canadian. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's been through the ringer, man. He's been through the fucking ringer. Let me tell you. They really tried to shut him down. But he's up there. He's in Ottawa. And who else? Viva Free and Viva Free. VidStorm, all those people. I've been watching the same people you've been watching.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm like subscribed to like 30 freaking people up there that live stream. Just
hey, the lake's about to freeze over. Just get on a snowmobile and zip across, guys. Get to America.
Yeah.
Come down where the guns are, guys.
Yeah, that's a shame that they give up their rights, but hey. I welcome any Canadians out there that are conservative and.
I'm close enough to help them a little bit.
Yeah, you and Scarecrow, man, you guys are pretty damn close.
Dude, I'm really close. Like a fucking stone's throw. I'm a canoe trip.
I mean, I'm close to the west. To get to BC, Vancouver would probably take me like 6-7 hours, and
It'd probably take me a month to get there in a canoe, but I can get there. Don't doubt me. I could get there, but dude, I've done some crazy shit. I know I could do it. I've done like over 400 miles on a river before.
Yeah, but I mean, luckily,
I was going to say, why doesn't Scarecrow, since he's in the Northeast in the old country area, get a couple of those cannons out from a couple of those old revolutionary cabins up there and fire some shot, fire some cannonballs into Canada there.
God,
sorry.
your dog sure is a fucking noisy thing still.
yeah. Well, dogs are. I mean,
What's your dog's name? James.
Yeah,
Or-
I had to mute him out. I didn't want. He barks at anything that moves, man. So his name
JC.
is something. Yeah.
I've missed talking
Hello.
to you, man.
Yep.
I have.
Well, I took a couple months off too, so I just got fed up with the posers and the fake people out there, and I took a couple months off, and now I'm back. So yeah.
The posers are
Yeah.
still out there, bro.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I did the same thing. I dropped my channel and started just watching and instead of talking and just watching everybody. And it is hilarious how everybody just loves to cut each other's throats the whole way around the spectrum.
Yeah,
we're all
true.
supposed to be friends, but everybody's cutting their throats this way and that way. It's bullshit.
yeah. Just stay out of YouTube politics and hating on.
Oh, and everybody's so wrapped up in their fucking feelings right now when the only thing that matters is our children's and our grandchildren's future. I mean, look at that. Look at that for a second. Quit thinking of ourselves because, I mean, let's think about it. I've lived a pretty good life. That's how I'm looking at it. I was a wild fucker. Still might be a little bit out there, but I love my family. I love freedom. And I'm not fucking bending over, or I'm not going to put my hands behind my back either and let you put cuffs on them either. And that's where I differ from other people. You know what I mean?
Well,
a lot of people are like, they're like, oh, I'm getting arrested, and they think it's a right of pride. Yeah, motherfucker. I don't think so. I am not going to let them get to that point to me. Whatever narrative they're pushing to do it, you know what I mean? Whatever happens, I am not going to let them take me and shove me in a fucking cell. I have a daughter and a wife to take care of.
Right. Well, I mean,
I'm not gonna. I'm bending over no one.
Okay, let me talk for a second here. A lot of these Canadians are making huge sacrifices. They're driving from BC, Alberta, Manitoba. They're not working, and they're down there. And Americans talk a good game.
Well, you want to know what would throw them off, Bill? Is if all those Canadians came down to America and rushed DC. That would fucking flip the script. It's all the same piece of land. Who gives a fuck? We all want freedom, right? Let's not put a border on it. Come on down, guys. They're bringing them up from the south. Why can't we bring them down from the north at the freedom loving?
Well, we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. I mean,
solid thought though. Think about it.
Yeah, I don't want to get ahead.
We rallied our forces. I don't know,
but I think everybody needs to just pay attention to what's going on. Keep a cool head about it. Support our convoy. Whether you disagree with it, going to DC, which I don't. I think they should go.
Support it carefully. And everybody, I hope the hell they've taken notes of what happened up there. I hope they're learning from what happened,
Well, I've talked to a couple people, but on the route there, and I know JC there has talked about it too, is, the stops, along the way, the route they're taking, instead of, giving them PayPal and all the shit, sit on the freeway and give them cash or 5-gallon can of frickin' diesel. I mean, it's that easy. I mean, no tracking, no nothing.
Just people need to help people that are real people. But I'm gonna tell you something. Pretty soon, some people that look like people, they ain't gonna be real people. And I mean that. I know that sounds crazy as shit, but it's legit. Because
Well, it'll change in a
I mean,
minute.
they're
You know?
gonna come up to you and they're gonna give you their little poster with their roles on it, and they're gonna say, "Oh, you got to do this and you got to do that," and it's a bunch of bullshit. You don't have to do anything that they put on that fucking sheet of paper that they hand to you and say this
Right.
means something because
Hey, man.
it hasn't been in front of a court of law.
Oh,
It ain't
hold on
shit.
a second.
You know.
Let some other people talk, man.
Sorry.
Hang on a second, buddy. I know if you wanna vent, contact me anytime. You can vent. It'll change in a minute. We need to defend our southern border for a start. Yeah, but our government's more worried about Ukraine's border than our border. So that's my opinion on that. But I'm more worried about what's going on up in Canada and the tyranny up there than I am about frickin' Ukraine. Jeez,
Well, yeah. No, I think that's a facade. You watch what they take from people in Canada from this. Everybody's gonna think it's gonna gain something. You watch what they take when they give you your rights
Hey, man.
back.
Okay. Let me see if I can get Scarecrow to chime in here, buddy. It's
Sorry.
not Patriots platform here tonight, okay? It's my stream, so calm down,
I'm
buddy.
sorry.
It's okay. No worries, man. No worries. Scarecrow, you there? Mic check, buddy.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
All right. Yeah, good. Fine.
Yeah. Oh, great. I follow you in. Took a while. Thank you. Yeah,
No
I
worries,
support the truckers 100%.
Hell yeah.
And if I get doxxed, fine. And my bank will be done.
Right. I don't know, man. It's I know
I'll
a
pull
lot
all
of
my
people
money out of that bank faster than you can sneeze.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. And I did see I can't remember who it was yesterday. I think it was maybe Travel Fund 69. He went to a bank and he said everybody was pulling their money out, but it was like a calm line, and people were just walking out with, tons of cash. It's like that's, I mean, I don't. I've been seeing this. Well, James and I, this. We've been talking about this shit for 2 freaking years, man.
More
because
than that.
Yeah.
Oh, if you shut the banks down, where are they going to be?
We talked about this. Bill, you and James, we talked about this one night, remember? And we said, wouldn't it be something if all the trucks just stopped? Remember that? Back in the day. It was a couple years ago, but we said that,
What if everything stops?
Yeah, just stop everything. And that was the thing.
Get the railroad guys involved. Stop the rail. Hey, guess what? No more Amazon packages, lazy Americans. Sorry, you're screwed.
Well, what's the sense in being preppers if we ain't ready to use it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, that's
you can shut it down, sit back on your preps for a minute, and even just everybody that actually prepped. If that 3% of everybody in the world just stopped doing the bullshit and lived off of their stuff a bit, the stuff that they saved, it would take away from their wallet,
Right. Well,
it would hurt them more than you think.
Yeah.
Even 2 weeks. 2 weeks would flip the script, man. Like 2 weeks. Yeah. And I know I have more than 2 weeks of food. I know you do too. You know what I mean? Like, I know. Even just 2 weeks of just stopping buying everything. Everybody.
So what's the story on the American truckers?
Ooh.
Starting from Barstow next Wednesday, I believe. I'm for some bikers like Hell's Angels or some other club being riding point. This is just my opinion. Riding point and riding, rear, security for these guys, because it sounds like they got 1,000 trucks ready to go. So we'll see.
I'm pretty sure they'll be there. I'm just saying. It's just a guess. They'll be there.
Well,
And it
I'm
won't
gonna
just be
say
them. It'll be they're merging. Is like every group is actually trying to merge right now, or at a lot of places. It's a real thing. People are coming together.
What was
Freedom.
James saying?
I won't say the city, not on this broadcast, not on this platform.
Wouldn't
But,
either.
I'm in contact with a few people up north in Riverside County. Let's just say that they like, how should I say this? They like forms of metal that ride around on two wheels, and a couple associations I have with actually one of the folks that I can't even say that on here. But let's just say that there are some groups that are probably, in my guesstimation, about 60, 70 miles south of Barstow, south and slightly east of Barstow. I won't say the city on here, but you don't go into that city unless you are of certain associations. Let's just say. Because they will pick you off. They will pick you off the street and okay, I'm getting too deep here. I think you guys get the idea. But they're forming up, and they are a two-wheel club association. And so, Bill, you're no worries, brother. They'll be there.
Sweet. Hoping so, man.
Yeah.
Good.
And this is about 3 groups. So, and these are the kind of guys that will not be, let's just say their exposure will not be obvious. Can I say that? So they'll be there. And, but I'm hopeful. I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm hopeful.
It's my guess that they're all going to pull together. I think they all will pull together, and it won't be just from the west, from where you're at. It'll be from the north and the south. They'll be coming up from the bottom and going down from the north up where I'm at.
Yeah, I think it was a smart move to take the route that they're taking, because I guarantee a lot of people are going to be joining from like Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, but we'll see. I mean,
I think it needs to be like cannonball run style. Like everybody, instead of meeting somewhere and going, just everybody go from one place and then surround Washington.
Too bad, RIP, man. Too bad Burt Reynolds couldn't lead this thing with his Trans Am, right?
I seen everybody earlier saying, like in chats and stuff, oh, you can't go to Washington and stuff. Well, why the fuck can't they surround it?
Yeah. Well,
Just
instead
of going into somewhere where you can't take guns, just surround it.
My problem is Americans are so afraid to even take a stand because, well, we could do this or we can't do that because, well, if you do it in mass like Canada's doing, I mean,
I think you're underestimating the mindset in the Appalachian Mountains.
I haven't seen it freaking for 2 years. We've been living under bullshit here, and ain't nothing happened, man, other than BLM and Antifa burning cities down, which is
tyranny running amok.
Yeah, right. So,
well, I
Jack
think
Giant Slayer, welcome in. China, that's hilarious. China, yeah, yeah.
I think you guys would agree that you're going to have to do 2 things. You're going to have to have a dedicated mindset towards what's happening, what's ramping up, what's happening, and you're going to have some conviction. And of course, courage and all that stuff. But you're going to have some conviction. And I think people are. I think the idea of keeping it out of the digital world, other than of course, there's going to probably be plenty of social media coverage and all that shit and streamers. But I think the food and the the resource side of things is they're going to have to keep it clean and straight, and staying away from, like you said, Bill, staying away from the PayPal's and the GoFundmes and all that other bullshit.
Straight
I think
cat.
if you can meet them on the route, even if you got to drive 2 hours, if you know where there's going to be a stopping and regrouping and restaging area along that route, support them. I tried to get. It was too quick, but I tried to get Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off because Barstow is just up the road from me, so I was going to try to be there Wednesday and join it for a couple days and then come back down, but I couldn't get the time off. It was too too spontaneous. But I tried to do that, but that's and who's to say I'm going to look at that route, and who's to say I won't hop in my car and do a diagonal, a northeast diagonal, and catch up with them. I don't know. It depends. They may be too far by the time by the time Friday comes. I don't know, but
You find yourself over this way and you ever need a place to go, just shoot straight up north on 62 and get a hold of me, James. I got a place for you.
yeah. Well, I've done the route to Philly about 4 times in my life, from the most southwestern city you can be a part of in the United States, and I've done that 4 times. And I have my route where it's almost a straight 45 up through New Mexico, the tip of Texas, into up through Kansas and Ohio and all that stuff over that way. But I mean, I'm not going to go that far, but if I can if I can do it, because I can go hammer down, it's no problem. I'm ready to go now. I can throw about without telling a long story here. I'm ready to go. So I've got enough implements and resources that I've been ramping up for a good year and a half now. Bill already knows the story, but I'm ready to go. I've got enough food resources, fuel, power, all that kind of stuff, water, all that shit, food. I've got enough stuff to go, but I think they may be pretty far down the road by the time I can get out there. But it's not so much what I would do or anything like that. It's folks need to get engaged. Folks need to get engaged and follow the route. Again, as I said in my video yesterday or day before, whatever, that they're going to try to keep it somewhat tactical in not releasing further points down the road until 24 hours prior to reaching that. Now they may change that. I don't know, but that's the last word I got. So you'll have between 12 and 24 hours to know where they're going to be at.
Right.
As awesome as all this is, I do know it's going to have its repercussions. People are going to feel it.
Oh,
the people that didn't prepare, they're going to be fucked, dude. They're going to be fucked.
The media is going to twist it. I mean, our
media, they're already doing that. I mean, that's what they're doing.
Either ignore it or they twist it. I mean, Canadian news up there, I can't believe that they spend, like, the government spends like $600 million a year or something, just godly number on the CBC, Global News, and the other freaking outlets up there. They're all government freaking paid for, bought, sold.
Yep.
Crazy, but we got to watch out for our own media. I mean, Fox has gone to shit. Even Newsmax are starting to kind of go downhill in my opinion. You got, you just got to really pick and choose what to look at, and all us conspiracy theorists quote have been wrong for 2 years, but it looks like we were pretty much right.
The whole fact of the matter is 6 months. There's a 6-month difference between a conspiracy theory and a fact. There's 6 months. That's what it is. And it comes out, and then they're like, oh. And then all the conspiracy theory bullshit is like, all of a sudden coming true, and they milk it in a way that nobody really notices, because I really don't think anybody's really looking, dude. I really don't think anybody's paying the fuck attention.
Right.
Not
Hey,
enough of anybody.
Hey, Scarecrow, you're up there close. You're probably the closest up there. What is your state
Yes.
of what's going on up in Canada? Is the media covering it fairly, or what's the word on the
Well,
street?
there's only one. There's only one news station, and they're covering
Oh.
it the way the government wants to cover it.
Yeah.
It's a propaganda station,
Mm.
unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And just remember, the police are not on your side.
Nope.
There might be. It's probably a 3% issue, just like it is with Patriots. Like there's like 3% of the population. There's probably 3% of the cops that are like,
Yeah. Well, I
abiding by that rule. The
I
the
saw-
Constitution or
Yeah,
freedom rights.
I saw an Ottawa cop put out a video. I think it was on TikTok or something. Somebody else. I don't even know how I found it, but he's bitching and moaning, and it's like, well, guess what, dude? Throw your badge on the table and frickin' resign. If you don't
Right.
agree with it, shut the hell up. Shut up or
And they-
put up.
You know,
And then you see the other cops beating up people that they are arresting.
Yep. There's somebody got the butt of an AR-15 today. Saw the pictures and the video. So
Ouch.
well, they're also waiting until some of the Canadian truckers are away from their rigs, and they're going in and breaking windows and searching vehicles when the owner of the truck isn't there. That's been reported.
right, and I heard they want to take their dogs and stuff, and
Oh, yeah.
euthanize them and shit.
Right?
Dude, they're coming. They're rolling deep, man,
That's
Yeah.
I mean
with their
like,
bullshit.
that's like Mao Zedong cracking down on his population, or Pol Pot. I mean, frickin' people, wake the frick up, man. And
Yep.
I swear to God, if you don't think they can't happen, if it can happen in Canada, most peaceful people, in Northern America, it could happen here. Absolutely. The government tyranny bullshit.
And
I
you
don't
can
care. if
see
it's
why
been
I'm
taken
bleeding.
down. I really
Dude,
don't.
it's
You can
already
see-
here. I told you about that CRS dude that made the auto key card,
Yeah,
and
but
it wasn't breaking any laws.
right. I mean,
And actually, he didn't even make it. He only received money for advertising it. That's all he did, and he got arrested.
right. Yeah,
He
the
didn't
ATF
even make it. He just received money for being like, "Hey, look at this," and he rubbed it off as a gag for the most part. Like, hey, it's kind of funny because it's not a piece of anything unless you make it.
All the police are doing is making both sides want to defund the police.
They're bleeding that dude out, man. They're bleeding him out hard. That poor dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a whole Klaus Schwab,
Oh,
Yeah.
Schwab.
if you've been in
Oh,
this as long
boy.
as I have, since like '92 when I got out of the military, the so-called conspiracy theory groups and stuff. I mean, it's all coming true now. I mean, I saw Billy Bob Gates talked again today at a forum, and he's already warning about the next pandemic, and it's just. And then, not to mention, I mean, if you guys watch Glenn Beck, he's covering ESGs. I know James knows a lot about the ESGs. If you want to talk about that and let people know, that'd be cool too, because I know you know more than I do about that.
Sure.
Yeah.
What do you think, James?
Well, it's all agenda driven, of course. We all know that it's all agenda driven, and I think, and I've said this before. I think the sniffles evolution, y'all know what I mean. I think was the big test. October of 19, you know what happened in New York City, right?
It's testing compliance, right? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
what I
they in October of 19 they did the event there in New York City. I don't want to say the number on it, but I think people know they had a dress rehearsal in New York, and all the big power players were there. 3 months later, it was hammered down in the United States, and it was all by design. They gave the warning that they were going to do it. They did it, and I think this whole evolution for the last 22, 24, 26 months has been a test scenario. It's been an experiment to see how far they can take people, what they will accept, what they will, whether it be interventions, whether it be stimulus checks, whatever it is. I think they designed it to see how far they could go. Um, and America, the sleeping giant, just sucked it all up, and based on fear and something that they were afraid of and didn't know anything about anything about by design. They forced it on the people very fast, so most people, adopted the fear motif and said, okay, well, it's here, and we're afraid, and we got to do something about it. And I'm from the government. I'm here to help you. We'll give you some money to hold you over. We'll give you child tax credits to hold you over. You can see the pattern, right? You can see the pattern. It was boom, boom.
Hang on a second. Look
boom.
who showed up. Bikes and Bullets. How you doing, man?
Hey, Bikes and Bullets.
Lots of respect, man. Lots of respect.
There you go. So I think it was all by design, guys. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be ignorant. Welcome anybody who's watching. I'm sorry, I'm not watching chat or anything. So, sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I think it was all by design. They wanted to see. I think the the sniffles scenario was put in place to see how far they could go. How far they could push their agendas, how far they could put the country over a barrel, how far they could influence people on believing that the government was going to save them. And they ramped up the little black hood people, and it was all by design. It all happened. I'm not going to say it happened automatically, but it was all designed. And they've got the country. The wool's been was pulled over the eyes, and now the wool is getting lifted, and people know what the hell the real deal is, and they know it was all.
The wool got wet, and now it's shrinking out of the way.
Yeah, let me put this out there. These are the opinions of the guests and the hosts only, but I know for a fact, both JC and I have been like, hey, people need to wake up, but it's finally nice to see people are still waking up. But I talk to my mom, almost every day or every other day, and she even has trouble talking to people because they're just so freaking brainwashed. It's crazy, man.
Well,
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Bill. I'm just saying. It's all of us here on this panel, probably most people in the chat, right, watching, have all experienced the same thing, right? They're trying to spread the word. They're trying to wake people up. They're trying to pay things forward, right? But I think that's where a lot of most Americans stop right there, and they just absorb it and they think about it for a while. Then it's on to where's my fucking iPhone at? Where's my Netflix? And they're distracted, right? So I think we're at the point now, especially with this potential good thing ramping up here next Wednesday, ramping up to take off next Wednesday. As I said in my video, that I think the dogs are going to come, and it's going to be very, very interesting to watch. Watching the manipulators and the controllers and the media, how they're going to spin this out. And I guarantee you, we're being listened to right now. Everybody knows that. Everybody say hi to Google. And
hi Google.
Hi Google.
Google, what's going on?
And fuck it, I'll say it. Go fuck yourselves. And think everything is being monitored, everything's being surveilled, everything's being lined up to be controlled, and they know. I think they know, as you said, Bill. Canadians are some of the most nicest. I don't want to say pacifists, but they're very easygoing folks for the most part, right? And the thing I'm trying to say here, I'm going off on several tangents here, but I'm sorry. I think the thing is that when it comes down to the United States, the American people, right? I think if they don't latch on to this and ride it out hard and with conviction and courage, because the forces here, the manipulation forces, the control forces here, the surveillance forces here are, I think, a factor of 8, 10, 15, 20 times more than what you're seeing in Canada, because the resources are unlimited. So it's going to be very interesting. I don't want to say I'm going to sit back and watch, because I'm not. I'm going to comment on it. I'm going to make videos on it. I'm going to see if I can get some communications channels going. But people got to get engaged. I said that a couple of times already. People got to get engaged here.
And something that needs to be accounted for is infiltration. I'm telling you guys, watch out for strange shit that doesn't fit in. If you're out there doing these things, watch out for strange things that don't make up no sense, Use your fucking head. Because they're going to use all this against us. And I'm okay with that, but I'm just saying, be ready for that. Be ready for it, to the point of, look at everything that happened up there in the north before you do it down here. And before you even start down here, you better get all your resources accounted for in your own means to where they can't shut them off for you.
Well, here's something.
That'll make it go a lot further if people take their resources before they take them from you, because you already have it then, tangible, bam, in your hand.
Well, here's something to think about, there, Patriots. Here's something to think about. I don't know if anybody's mentioned it here. I don't think they have, but you see how resourced and organized the Black Hoodie people were in the summer of 2020, right?
Yeah.
Now, you don't think that they're sitting back watching everything? You don't think that the money's flowing?
Oh, I know.
Into the organizations because they know what's coming? Now, how much do you think? Now, the Black Hoodie folks running into Minneapolis and burning it down, that's one thing, okay? But if you're gonna insert those people, you talk about infiltration, right? If you're going to insert those people into a people's convoy, that's going to be ugly, because I don't think that's a different animal.
That's right.
It's a different animal, but I didn't hear anybody talking about that. And I think the Black Hoodie.
I'd like to talk to you about how they work that for the most part on, like, in the private. Seriously, James. Like, I'd like to like tell you firsthand how this works. And for the most part, what it amounts to is anybody that gets out first or arrested first was probably, not even on your side. And that's a fact. They get them out of the way first.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of deception and manipulation, of course. We already know that. We know it's coming, right? We know. I agree with you. It's coming, but there hasn't been a peep out of the Black Hoodies yet. Okay.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's coming, okay, but okay, that it's going to happen. It's going to happen because there's a lot of money and power behind those folks, in what they do. And you talk about infiltrating, integrating into the movement, deception, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen, and nobody's talking about it.
You know what I think about? I duplicate the numbers. When you think about the amount of people in Canada, okay, and they're shutting their bank accounts and shit down and stuff. When they come down here and do that, Holy shit, man. That's different.
Well,
It's a
and
lot.
this is what I said.
A lot.
I said to Bill the other day. Okay, you're shutting down. Now say I'm a government stooge. I'm a government representative, and I'm looking at. Say I'm a government comptroller somewhere in one of those provinces up in Canada, right? And I'm going, holy shit! Our commerce and our transportation and our road taxes, road revenue taxes have come down to shit, right? Okay, so the Prime Minister of Canada, along with all his stooge premiers in each province, are shutting down. Okay, this is from the government perspective. Are shutting down commerce and tax revenue. They're shutting down their economy by doing what they're doing, right? The truckers are holding everything down, right? Now, most of your trucks.
But because why? Why are they holding it down, James?
Right, because you
know what I mean? Because they want freedom. It's
right,
that simple. Freedom is the new variant, bro. It's got to spread.
Right. Well, here's the thing. They already have freedom. They're just getting it usurped and manipulated. And when you stop commerce, and I already talked to Bill about this before, but
brother.
When you stop commerce, in case you didn't know, and I did this for 4 years of my life, so I know what I'm talking about. When you stop a truck from moving, okay, you not only stop the goods and services that are coming with that truck, I should say goods and products, whatever, you stop that part of commerce, you stop the supply chain, right? And every time a truck moves on any highway in this country, aside from some state highways, there's a mileage tax. Every single mile that truck rolls down that interstate, there's a road tax paid to the state and the federal government. Okay, so you take Canada. What did they just do to their government taxation revenues by doing what they're doing? Right? They forced the people to take these measures for their freedom, which is a good thing, right? But they also are doing great damage to their government tax revenues. The same thing is going to happen here. Okay.
Are they still arresting them now though? Like right now?
Yes.
What I seen tonight, no arrests.
Not tonight, but earlier today, yeah. Right. So you think about this, okay? The other thing to think about is, in case you don't know that much about trucking, just in case.
Hi, Remo.
Most of these trucks that are going to be in this convoy, at least 75% of these trucks, probably 85% of these trucks will be independent owner-operator trucks, okay? Because the companies are not going to let the company drivers take the company equipment down in the convoy, okay? Now, the percentage of independent owners, independent operators in this country compared to company drivers is dramatically lower, than the company drivers, right? The big company drivers, right?
Yeah.
The Schneiders, the JB Hunts, the Swifts, take your pick, right?
Oh, Swift. Yeah, I remember them when I was on the road with my uncle. And Preston, too.
As far as now, here's the other flip side to it, okay? If you're an independent business owner, which you are, if you're an independent rig owner, okay, you run when you want to run. Okay, you don't have anybody dictating you. You're getting loads off of load boards. You're getting, you're pulling it. You're working with dispatchers and brokers to get loads and everything else. Okay, so that's going to affect a lot of freight, because a lot of freight that independent truckers move, okay, the brokers will move that freight essentially, in some cases, a lot cheaper than company drivers. Okay, and companies. Okay. Now they'll get paid more, of course, as an independent owner operator, right? But the company drivers are, it's going to cost them to contract a big company to move their freight a lot more, essentially, because the company's going to command a premium. The company drivers are going to command a premium because they're incurring all the employee costs and everything else, fuel costs and everything else. So it's a very, I don't want to get too much more detail here, but it's a mixed bag. So, not to mention all the other people that are going to call out sick from work, They're going to disappear from their jobs. They're going to quit their jobs. They're going to take a hiatus from their jobs to join this convoy or take time off to support the convoy. So you're doing this in a populace of, there's 257 million people over the age of 18 in the United States, according to the 2020 census. So let's just round it off and say there's 250 million people capable of generating tax and revenue and this and that, right? Above the age of 18. Let's just get down and slim it down, right? So if you're thinking about taxation and revenue, right? Road taxes, moving freight, taxes on freight, taxes on fuel, taxes on traveling down the highway. This is going to be a huge detriment to the government tax revenue coffers of this country. Okay? So I don't think that, Joey Amtrak is going to like that. I don't think that who's this dipshit that's the transportation secretary? Buttigieg, he's not going to like that.
Buttigieg. I don't even know if I said that right.
And here's one more thing I'll add to it.
Buddha bumper.
Right. Here's one more thing I'll add to it. Our debt in this country is accruing interest by the second, right? So we're getting further and further in debt. Interest on debt has to be paid with tax revenue to the government, right? So in the long term, I know it's just a long translation here. I'm sorry, folks, but in the long term, if you think about it, okay, this is going to be a huge bump to the federal government. Okay, if this is successful, it's going to be a huge bump, because it's not just going to be the convoy; it's going to be a domino effect here. And let's just say what should we call them? Government leaders? Yeah. Okay.
No, absolutely not. Because
I'm being facetious. Okay. But the government's not going to like how this is going to affect their revenue. Okay, they're not going to like it. So from the get-go, from the moment this thing was announced, there's plenty of people in cubicles and executive offices of the government all over our country, in states and in the federal coffers, right? There's people in there figuring out what the effect is going to be of this endeavor. So you're going to see the dogs come out, man. You're going to see all the alphabet dogs come out. And they will do a lot of the same similar things they're doing to the Canadian convoy. They're going to do a lot of those same things here. You're going to talk about finances. You're going to talk about bank accounts. You're going to talk about commercial driver's license. You're going to talk about any infraction that the Department of Transportation can place upon these trucks. They will. You all know what way stations are, right?
Oh, yeah.
All throughout the country. And
show me your license.
Right. So
and make sure. How much sleep have you had?
It used to stop the federal and state government DOT officers from just getting a hair up their ass and following their marching orders and pulling these trucks out of operation. In other words, if you're a truck driver, you know what out of service means. If they shut you down for whatever reason they want, and they got all the guns and badges they want backing them up, what does that potentially do to a convoy? So you see,
well, and I could see even even the route they're taking. The Fed saying we're going to pull federal money because all the states live. I mean, my state's one of them, Oregon. I mean, they live off federal money. Sorry guys, sorry for that, but they could say we're going to pull the funding if you don't do what we want, because it's all about power and money, and they just keep printing more freaking money all the time.
Right.
Hence inflation
and your policymakers, your enforcers, your municipal policy enforcers all across this country, right? They're dependent on tax revenue. They're dependent on commerce. If commerce doesn't happen, they can't tax the commerce, right? If there's no commercial transactions, they can't tax it, right? So from the government's viewpoint, we got to shut this down. We can't let
shut it down.
And that's what's happened in Canada. Okay. So, in large part, generally speaking, that's what's happened in Canada. And you've got a country that is with a populace, 8-10 times larger than the populace of Canada. And look at, if you were to even research it, look at the amount of commercial traffic, commerce that happens in this country as compared to Canada. This is not a good thing for the government. So, as I said before, the dogs are going to come out, and it's going to be interesting. Okay, I wasted a lot of your oxygen there, Bill. Sorry.
No, you're fine, dude. I mean, you know way more than I do, and I learn so much from you all the time. I know a lot. I just don't express it in the clear and the way you express it. Mine would be all over the map. So,
well, the bottom line is there's a lot to think about. There's a lot to think about here, and I like Patriots' viewpoint too. That if you're not prepared, because this is going to affect a lot of things. So if you're not prepared, if you don't have preparedness in your mindset, you're a fool. So, I'm not saying go out and wipe out the 3 shelves at Walmart and take all the shit in the store. I'm just saying, it's a very valid point that Patriots make. If you're not prepared, or if you're not prepping up for this, because this could be another trigger for them to break out whatever event that they want. Okay, they're pushing the country. Big picture here. They're pushing the people of this country. They're pushing the commerce of this country. They're pushing the medical infrastructure of this country to its limits. Okay,
right.
I'm talking about big pharma. I'm talking about the medical industry, healthcare, transportation, commercial goods. They're pushing it to the limit by design. Okay, they're wanting to see how far they can go, and then they're going to do their little lessons learned meetings too, right? What have we learned? What worked? What didn't work? What do we have to change up? How did we control this? How did we shut that down? How did we shut those bank accounts down? What do we do next, right? They're pushing,
Right.
pushing, and pushing and pushing, and I don't think it's going to have a great outcome in the long term.
Right.
So that's
Man, it could. I mean, I'm sure the supply shortages could affect Scarecrow's. I'm not gonna say, but his industry, I'm sure, right? You guys have been, rocking and rolling there, and if truckers stop bringing in supplies and stuff, materials, it could, put a hurt on you too.
In your pocket.
Yeah, it could.
In your pocket, man. In your pocket.
Yeah. But
I could reach in my
We
pocket and pull $2,000 out. Am I a rich man? No, I'm not. Not. But
Can I throw one more thing out there? I was just thinking of, Bill.
tangible.
I want to throw one more thing out there. Okay. And this is something that many people have heard me say many times. Okay? But if you don't have the community resources, the community structure, the formidable groups of people, you want to call them mutual assistance groups, you want to call them tribes, whatever, you're possible. If you don't have those things lined up, or you're not working on lining those up, okay, you're a fool right now, because you're going to be dramatically affected. And whether it's the sniffles thing, whether it's, look what we've all been through for the last 24 months, right? Look what the country's been through. It's been a roller coaster
Up and down.
almost every day, right? So
Up and down.
I would encourage folks to get connected with your surroundings, get connected, get lined up, get talking, have 3 neighbors down the street, have a coffee or a beer party, and start sitting down and talking about things, right? Because this could go, who's to prevent Joey Amtrak from sitting there saying, hey man, well, this is a bad thing. This is a bad situation. We better lock this country down again, right?
Well,
Because we
I'm sure
can't have
you're.
unrest. We can't have civil unrest. We can't have convoys. We got to do another emergency powers declaration, right? And in case folks don't know it, in case they don't know it, the Constitution is suspended right now. If you didn't know that, if you've been hiding under that rock and you don't know that the Constitution is suspended right now,
Thank you
have
for
to
saying that,
read
James.
it.
Thank you.
Okay?
A
So,
tyrannical government is running this country.
correct. 100%, sir. And
I
if
am 100% not complying with that. I just want to get on, just so they know, I'm sure they're listening. I'm not on board with I'm not complying to any of that bullshit. You come here, you try to fuck with me and my family, I will eat you alive. I'll light you up like Christmas. They'll be wiping, your friends will be wiping you off my neighbor's house.
Yeah.
Well,
all right. Hang on a second. Bikes and bullets, man. Somehow you got to get in touch with Mouthpiece Media there, man. You guys could probably talk about commerce for freaking hours, man. Right?
yeah, well, see, I'm seeing that comment that you highlighted there. Under commerce, everything is privileged under licensing. Exactamundo. I mean, how many times have we said, Bill? I've said it in videos. You've said it in videos. You know, many other people have said it. They understand commerce.
Right.
Okay?
Man, this guy is dead on, man. Look at that
Yeah.
new one. Your guns licensing. Yeah, exactly. Which I've been saying forever. Travel licensing. Your power to buy and self licensing. Yeah, I mean you can't take a freaking crap in your toilet without it being regulated by the damn government.
Yeah. You get taxed for our turds now.
That's right. That's right.
Taxes for turds.
There's too many. There's too many fucking cows farting in the pastures, man. Sound the fucking alarm, you know? Sorry, man. I'm getting fired up here. I need to calm down. But
yeah. Right on, right on. Bikes and bullets, right there, man. Absolutely.
Yeah. Speech is being converted to licensing privilege. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Just in a small note here, a lot of your big YouTube channels, alternative media, good people, whoever you watch, but the ones you think are good, where are a lot of them being forced to go to speak their mind? They're making up their own websites. They're going to Secure TV. They're being forced off of the usual suspects platforms so they can do and say what they wish. But how are they able to do that? They have to pay to do it, don't they? They have to incur those costs. You're talking about your own website, your Patreons, your Rockfins, your whatever it is. People are being forced onto their own methods and having to incur the cost. Right? Because if you're on the YouTube side or the BitChute side or the Rumble side, that's a benefit or privilege, is it not? Because it's free. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I tell you what, guys. I mean, I've seen Bikes and Bullets around for like a year and a half now. He knows.
Bikes and Bullets is cool as shit. Sure. He's a good dude.
I mean, he's on par. I mean, he's him and James should connect somehow. I swear to God, I'd like to be a fly on the wall in that conversation for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not up on a pedestal. We're just well versed, well informed, and we give a shit about our fellow Americans. We love our fellow Americans. We believe in liberty and freedom. Like I said in my last video, I'm eating that shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I ain't fucking eating nothing else. Liberty and freedom.
And pay your knowledge forward. Pay your knowledge forward.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
I'd be an idiot if people didn't teach me stuff. I'd be an idiot. Seriously, I'd be dumb as shit. People taught me things that I wanted to learn. And I didn't pay for my education. I worked for it, all my life.
Right. Yeah.
I'm a mechanic. I'm a coal miner. I've done so many things you'd be like, nah, I didn't. Nah, I didn't. But yeah, I did, motherfucker. And I did it by learning and being open to being dumb, being like, hey, I don't know everything.
Right. Well, look at that comment there. Look at that comment. How
I
many
can't even.
how many fucking people know what the Eighth Amendment is? You know? I mean, I
Oh,
know
shit.
what it is. I can't recite it, but I know what it is. I know what it stands for. And it's been usurped, just like the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the Sixth Amendment, the 10th Amendment, the Commerce Clause. Should I continue? No, because
Right.
it's going to go over a lot of people's heads. But
Well,
I like
people
I
don't know how
like
to
to like to
emphasize.
use the KISS method with that. The KISS method, and it's like, okay, well, you're gonna take this from me. Well, it's time to use it. You know, like that right. That right.
yeah, well,
Time
the
to use it.
structure is there for most folks. Most folks, if they want to partake in it, if they want to research it and learn how powerful they really are. But we have entities, we have the elites, we have the manipulators and the controllers that have usurped without legislative authority, have usurped a lot of your protections, not rights in 1791, protections from tyrannical actors. Okay,
Right.
people don't understand that. I got my rights. I got my rights. No, it doesn't say in the Constitution that
They
you're
come from the
rightfully
government. Oh yeah, they come
yeah,
from the government. I mean, that's
you
all
have a right to free speech.
bullshit.
Where does it say that in the Constitution?
No, I
It's
know
a
that, dude.
protection, right? It's a protection
No,
against tyrannical actors, and people don't. A lot of people don't understand the difference. But the structure is there. The founding documents are there. The founding directions and controls and provisions that were offered to the seat of government, the federal government, right? They were offered, right? They were presented saying, hey, you're only supposed to be so big. You're only supposed to collect so much tax revenue, right? But that has all been completely bastardized and manipulated into benefits and privileges,
right.
common law or common policy, right? There's the public equity and the private equity, right? What do most financial institutions operate out of? Private equity funds,
What happens when those institutions don't get their way, bro?
right? Right. Well,
War,
there you go. If the profit is not there, things will go.
whiskey, Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, it's
Gotta get that war machine going to pump that money out, bitches. You know?
well, here's my take on Ukraine. Okay, what did okay, I'm just going to say two words. Joey and Hunter. They were mixed really deep in Ukraine, weren't they?
Yep.
How is
Yeah.
it that
Balls
Ukraine is potentially going to get pummeled? What does that solve? What kind of problems does that solve for Joey and Hunter and all the other players, right? But that's my
Can we-
short take.
Can we? Is it wrong to place bets on what really happens? Because like, as far as I know, it's like it's a bunch of he said he threw this and she said she threw that shit.
Yeah,
You
man.
know?
But I'm really not too worried about.
Like, what do you think is really going to come out of that? I think we're being distracted from what's happening in
It's
Canada.
military industrial complex. They want to, spend, send more money and weapons, 600 million plus already.
They don't want to destroy the. They don't want to destroy
You're
the
right,
Earth.
Bill.
You know, they don't want to destroy the Earth. They don't want to come in here and fucking drop a bunch of nukes and then have to fucking wait it out. They don't want shit like that.
Well, here's something to research for you, real quick, in case you don't know.
They want our resources.
Exactly. Resources is a big word. Now, if you research a little bit about Ukraine and you research a little bit about Russia's supplying, let's call them resources to all of Europe, or at least Western Europe, right? Or Eastern Europe. I can't remember the geography here. Okay. That would be technically Eastern Europe, right? So,
I know, isn't it confusing over there? It's weird.
yeah, it is. But
The time's different, too.
there's a big impediment in Ukraine to Russia's prosperity with resources. Now, I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to chew up more oxygen on that. But if you do a little bit of research and you understand what's really happening over there, you understand the reason that Putin wants to get Ukraine. It's not because he wants to, tax all the Ukrainian people. He wants his resource pipelines to grow larger and profit his country. Now,
Yeah, and China's helping them out, man. From what I've seen, and of course, I mean, we can go back to the Korean War. I mean, the Russians were having, fighter pilots that were flying for North Korea, and then of course the Vietnam War. There was, I mean, literally, if you go research it, there was fighter pilots from Russia getting combat experience in Vietnam too. So.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd like to know. I'd like to know what each one of you thinks. Just generally speaking, I'll throw it out on the table. Success or failure on the People's Convoy in the USA?
Oh, I think it's rigged. It's a rigged job, just like up in Canada. But I think it's actually a thing that needs to happen. I think it's a thing that needs to happen. We need to look at things like our government does. Seriously, we need to be like, well, this needs to happen for this needs to happen, or this needs to happen for this to happen. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Domino
And
effect.
I think
if it's gonna fall apart, bro. I mean, like, if it happens, if it actually happens, you got to think of the repercussions of it. It's gonna be fucking deep and dark. It's gonna be some nasty shit.
Right, I agree.
I think it's the beginning of a success.
Not everybody's ready for what's about to happen. No.
This perfect storm is starting to brew.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're a wise man.
Bill, what's your prediction?
Man, I really don't know. From day to day, my opinion changes. I don't know. It's I see. If I wake up and I look at the news, I'm like, we're screwed, and then just throughout the day, checking other stuff and having that.
If you're still breathing, you ain't screwed right.
What's that?
I said, if you're still breathing, you ain't been screwed right.
Yeah. But
Well, the pot is starting to boil.
Stop, man. I'm gonna keep learning from intelligent people. I'm gonna utilize that knowledge, if I ever need it, and try to inform other people, which is which I would like to get more, people that are knowledgeable up on the panel. And boy, Scarecrow's been pretty damn quiet. I know he's a smart guy.
You can
What the heck,
poke the
Scarecrow?
bear so many times.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I love everybody that's on this panel. I can say that wholeheartedly.
I'm
I'd
gonna
like to say that. I love every one of you with all my heart.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
love anybody for freedom and liberty. And I know you guys personally. Well, I mean, not in person, but we've talked enough in the last
This
year.
is about
or
our
so.
children or our grandchildren, I'm getting old. Look how silver my beard is. God
You
damn,
ain't
it looks
close-
like
you ain't even close.
I
bro.
have a halo around my face. This thing says silver. That's weird.
I would like to think the perfect storm is building steam.
Yeah.
What do you, Scarecrow? What do you mean when you say? Can you just like condense what you mean? What you mean? What is your interpretation of the perfect storm? What do you exactly mean by that? I'm curious.
Whew.
Oh,
This body armor is getting heavy.
everything's. Oh,
Okay.
everything is building.
Right.
James, everything is building.
Yeah, I hear you, but
How,
are you saying that it's a perfect storm that's going to go in a good way for liberty and freedom, or are you saying that it's going to wind up in massive civil unrest? Or are you saying what do you really when you say
it will
perfect
start.
storm?
It will start at civil unrest, as you well know.
Okay, I'm just curious, man. I'm not I'm not attacking you or anything.
I think I'm on the same. I think I'm on the same board as you, Scarecrow, because I think I know what you're saying. You're saying like
I'm looking at. Okay, do you remember 1989 in Romania? I'm looking at it like that.
Ceausescu, yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Yep.
Like right before the wall was broke down.
No. Romania.
The wall didn't go to
Bill-
there.
Bill pointed it.
Yeah, Ceausescu, man, he cracked down.
Correct.
I mean, if you guys have been watching I mean, there's quite a few Romanian truckers that live streamers have gone into that actually lived during the time because they're my age or older, and they were just like, that's why they're standing up there in Canada is because they lived under this shit. The East Germans,
It
truckers,
happened within their years.
yeah.
I
You
get
can
it.
push people so far.
Yeah.
No, I'm
And
not
they'll fight back.
What are your folks that are your viewers? What are your chatters saying, Bill? I'm not looking at it. So what are their thoughts?
Hang on, let me go scroll back here to switch screens here. Yes, there's a Constitution app that's free. Watcher, absolutely. Yeah, read your state statutes. There's a good one. Yeah, I mean, geez, just go to your state.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
You're
a
4 years
personal
old,
believer that
1989.
I think like any law that's not like any law that's against the Constitution, I'm like, yeah, really? Okay, come stop me. That's how
Well,
I feel.
I think they need to have
Straight up like that.
I know we're getting closer to Article 5 Convention of States. I don't know. It's getting close to 38 states now, or closer. But yeah, I mean, we need term limits in the Constitution, and we also need,
They should not be allowed to make more than their salary while they're there. There should not be no pro bono bullshit.
Right.
And given the knowledge that they have, they should not be allowed to run stocks.
People won't
Especially
live
the way
under
the Fed's
tyranny
set
for
up,
so long.
Like if they're going to use the Fed the way the Fed is, and they're going to keep doing that, well then people that are up there should not be allowed to benefit from
the
it.
Fed's a completely, that's a 2-hour stream, man, for sure.
Well, who gives a fuck? We're up here, right? We're talking.
but hold on. I want to hear what Scarecrow was. What were you saying, Scarecrow?
James, I don't think people will live under tyranny for very long.
Right.
I think you're right, Scarecrow. You're so right.
Yeah, I mean, I understand I understand the perfect storm analogy. I think I understand.
They've had it up to here.
Well, again, it's back to the how far can they push us? And
Yeah.
of course we saw that explode in Canada. But I'm just
The evil ones are desperate.
oh yeah, I agree. They know the jig is up. They know that people are much more aware. The research is out there. The documents are out there. The proof is out there. I think this is the reason why so many global elites have massive underground bunkers that have been built, massive underground cities underneath the United States. In case you don't know, those are facts.
I even know where some of them are, for real.
Yeah,
I found them on foot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have.
And
oh,
yeah. I'm sure Google and YouTube and everybody else is loving this conversation, but these are
well,
facts.
all 5 of us. There's probably 5 people listening right now.
Well, the thing is
the thing is like the 4 people on this panel should be actually in like a fucking bar sitting around a fucking stool together and talking, not in front of anybody, and just doing shit from there. That's what we should do. We gotta change. We gotta flip our script, bros.
We've been promoting that and trying to get that going for the longest time, and
we're so far apart. We need to interlock.
Well, in my humble opinion, not the opinion of the host, but my opinion is that it's kind of been proven that people would rather watch 3-hour live streams about fucking riots
No, not me.
I know it's not anybody here, but I'm just saying it's the majority of the populace wants to be entertained, and that's one of our biggest problems in this country, that we're lulled into complacency, benefits, privileges, all this other shit. Netflix, throw the fucking barrel in there, right? But I'm just saying it's the American people, as Bill has said, a few times. I've said it many times. The sleeping giant is still kind of sleeping. And those, just on your point, Patriots, town hall, your own personal, private community town halls should be going like wildfire across this country. If we're real liberty and freedom and truth and awareness propagators, perpetuators, we should be having mini town halls and communities and regions and cities and towns all over the damn country.
There's little spurts of it,
Right.
like that one town.
You're right, James.
That one town that came up with like the kids got the school shut down. You put that video up, right, Bill? Like
Right.
where the kids stopped there, like, we ain't wearing masks no more.
Right.
We're done with it. They shut the fucking school down because they're cowards. Because they don't want to stand up to something that's about to change anyways. Within a couple weeks, it's going to change anyways, and they're going to shut the fucking school down. That's cowardice. It's bullshit cowardice. They lost their narrative, man. It's gone.
Well,
It's gone.
a big reason, now think about this for a second. I'm sure a lot of people that are going to watch this later and people that are here now already know this, that federal grants of money into the school system, federal funneling down into state coffers for grants for schools, are based on one important thing. What is that? Does anybody know? Nobody knows? Based on attendance, enrollment and attendance.
Compliance.
That's where the pipeline gets kicked off. Okay.
Let's call it compliance.
Right. Well, sure. Okay. But it's based on enrollment and attendance. Okay. So you notice that they didn't really say we're going to shut down the schools forever. We're going to reopen them because why? Because the tax revenues, or not tax revenues, the grants of education funding come from the federal government. They're funneled down into the states funnel them to the counties and the cities and the towns, right? But if you cannot quantify, validate, verify that you have pupils in desk chairs that are attending school, what happens to those funds eventually? So it's a game. It's a shell game. We'll do this for 3 months, but then we'll do that for the next 6 months.
They're milking money, man. They're milking.
So, but again, the pipeline from the grantors, right? The grantors of those funds, the pipeline is unlimited. So they're just playing the game every month, every 30 days, every 90 days. They're just playing this game upon the people. So
Right.
we're going to shut off the pipeline. No, we're going to reopen it. Then we're going to shut it down again. We're going to reopen it.
Man, I was on mute. I thought I put myself on mute, and I want to chime in. But hey, Albany, Oregon Skywatcher, I know you've been trying with me here, and never give up, never surrender. I the Tiger Girl. Just move on. Next one, man. Next. Because we're at that point where we can't, I don't know how many times I felt like just throwing in the towel with, trying to get people organized, but it's, I'm going to give it another try again. So hang in there, girl. I appreciate you.
Remember when we were talking
So,
the other
Bill,
night?
Bill,
Yes.
I wanted to ask Bill a question.
Okay.
How's your movement coming?
I haven't got any emails. I mean, we had the good thing going late 2020 into 2021 with Restaurant Revival. Albany knows, she was part of it, and I mean all the videos I did on that shit are blown away from my last YouTube channel. But yeah, no, it's I mean I go out every other day or so, and I talk to people and I just throw overhead questions. And
so how's the flag wave coming? You got a Flagway event coming up.
No
How's it
feedback whatsoever. No emails, no nothing. You know, so
Damn.
Yep, nothing. And
Has anyone
sad
heard from
because
Angel Lawrence lately?
What?
I'm sorry, I know it's off the wall. It just came to my mind, but I miss Angel Lawrence. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think they're from California though. But
No,
Oregon,
I think he's in Las Vegas. He's in Vegas.
Oh, okay, yeah, Vegas.
But
I
I
know
love
there's
that dude. If you hear this, Angel Lawrence, I love you, brother. And don't worry, I'm still fighting a good fight. Best I can. Even though I'm probably bad at it. I did it wrong.
Well, hey, girl.
Go ahead.
Hey, girl. Call me, man. Call me sometime. Let's get something going. That's what I'm saying.
Come on up, Albany.
Yeah,
I should send her some pictures of my daughter.
I was gonna kill the stream, but because I'm getting tired. But if Albany, Oregon Skywatcher wants to come up, I know she's busy. But if you want to come up, girl, get up here.
Get up here.
StreamYard link.
Come on up.
Oh, get. You're invited too, man.
Get up here. Here, I'll put my flaps down. My daughter loves it when I do this. We got matching hats now too. Look at this shit. That's how you stay warm when it's cold. Right there.
Hang on a second, man. I'm trying to get the damn link. Shit.
If you want to stay extra warm and slightly bulletproof, you put this on. Yeah. Now it's time to party. You know?
Yeah.
Wait, where's my night vision?
We lost JC there. But Scarecrow, I mean, you're up there in the, I'm not going to say which state, but I know your motto, man. What the hell, man?
I can barely hold this thing. I better work my neck out more.
Here we go. There she is.
Hello.
My niece from a different uncle.
Albany! What's up, girl?
Love you, Uncle Bill. Love you guys.
Welcome, Albany.
Sorry, guys. I want
MA. Hey, don't mess with her. She's my niece. She's my adopted niece. Don't mess with her.
Yeah.
you fuck with Albany, I'll make sure nothing ever happens to you.
I did kind of get discouraged there. Like, I had a lot of things going on in my life, but I did get discouraged there for a while, Uncle Bill, and I had to step away for a while, and I come back when all this trucker shit started coming on. And I don't know if you saw my last video, but I just came back and was just so pissed off, and the fire just got lit again under my ass. It started hurting. So
yeah, well, you got to keep that fire burning, girl. You can call me anytime.
Yeah.
I appreciate your text, but pick up the phone and call. Just dial my number. Call me.
I may have the kids screaming in the background, but I will for sure give you a call. I really will.
Yeah.
Hey, Albany, is it okay if I send you some new pictures of my daughter?
Yeah, I'll send you some crazy pictures of my kids, dude. They're getting huge.
The last ones I got from you were the ones at the store, and those are hilarious. Holy shit.
Yeah, my kids.
Laughing.
Hey, Albany, what do you think about what's going on in Canada?
Holy fuck. I feel bad for them. I mean, they tried. I don't know if it was really like a total fail. I mean, they're starting to bring the cops out though. Like, I've seen a few horrible things. Like, this lady was with a walker. That was the most recent one I just saw. And she was totally trampled by the cops. But I don't know. I back them, and what really pisses me off is, what the fuck, America? We should be setting an example. What the fuck are we doing? Oh, wait, we know what the fuck's happening, and it's sad, and it pisses a lot of us off. We the people are fucking pissed, and I don't
Right, but we got to keep a calm head about this and say, okay,
Yeah.
we're pissed, we're absolutely outraged, but strategically, let's accomplish it and not be pissed off all the time. Let's get something
Yeah.
accomplished. I think.
Let's go,
Mhm.
Brandon.
I gotta
I
be
agree.
completely honest on this. Do you think that what our government does when they want things to go their way, what do? They go and kill
Enforcement.
people. They take out the opposition. That's what they do. And they make their own narrative.
We gotta
Maybe
get
it's our
something
turn.
going, Uncle Bill.
What's that?
I gotta figure out how to get something going.
Yeah.
Now
Call
the whole
me off.
restaurant revival, it started on Facebook. I don't go on Facebook anymore.
Too
I
time
use
consuming all over social media, for sure. But
For
hey,
sure.
contact me anytime, girl.
I will for sure. I got tired of all the censorship. Everything I
Right.
posted on Facebook was fact check, fact check. Fact checkers didn't fucking exist until the fucking truth started coming up. And I was just tired of it. And then I was trying to get the two people that, we used to get together with, Uncle Bill.
Right.
I tried getting them off Facebook and they won't. And it's like, I can't even get my fucking husband off there. I'm like, get the fuck off there. Get the fuck off there. All the time. I'm like, get the fuck off there.
Did you see that
And
metaverse
everyone
crap
has an
that happened?
excuse,
There's like
though.
a gang rape in a fucking room in like a metaverse thing or something. There's like a gang rape.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
attacked-
There's all
they
sorts
attacked
of
somebody
things,
in-
dude.
That ain't cool.
No, but there's so much shit on there that's just, like Bill said, time consuming, that is time that's not worth wasting, for sure. Not at all.
Right.
No.
People should be reading the Constitution and their state statutes, like Bikes and Bullets
Fucking
said,
right.
instead of wasting time on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram
Right.
and all this other bullshit. Read,
Mhm.
know your rights. If you don't know your rights, you can't exercise them, and then you're a damn slave, right? That's what they want.
Mhm. Yep.
I
Agreed.
felt like
100%.
you were saying though, Albany. I felt hopeless for a minute. I did.
I think we all kind of did at some point,
I
But
can
here
feel
we are.
that though. I did for a minute. I was like, fuck it,
Yeah. Yeah.
fuck it.
But I didn't, I fell, but I didn't lay down. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I got back up, dusted myself off, and said, all right.
And
I mean,
now
it's
I'm
okay.
looking at everything again, and I think, dude, everything seems so orchestrated now. Everything. I mean, Canada, Russia. Like when I stepped away from everything and I came back and I looked at everything seemed to have some sort of fucking fucked up pattern that didn't mean anything good for us. Like,
Right. Well,
freedom loving people, you're out.
Right.
You're out of the game, guys. Oh, you love freedom? You're fucking out of here. That's what's happening. That's what I
No
think.
freedom for
What were
you.
you saying, Uncle Bill? What were you saying?
I was going to be honest with you. I was going to step away and do it. Mouthpiece did, and step away for a while. But it was like, okay, Mouthpiece is gone. I got his back. If I step away, it's who's going to have my back? Or if Albany needs a break, who's going to have her back? If Patriots is going to step away, Scarecrow is going to step away. We got to have somebody that has our back. That fills in the gap while we take a break. I mean, that's just my opinion. Whatever.
I know it is. And I should have alerted y'all. I should have, would have, and I should have. But life happened, and I'm back. I'm sorry.
Back for
I'm
the
sorry.
man.
You're right.
I honestly can't express how happy I am to just. Well, Bill's been talking to me. He always talks to me. It might be spaced out or whatever. And thank God for that. I mean, it does a lot for my heart and soul.
And I'm here for anybody that needs it.
Just to see Scarecrow and fucking Loudmouth is up here. I mean, that just warms my heart, you know? Like, I know it's like all this bullshit that will someday use it against us for sure.
Oh yeah.
They
Yep.
surely will. They will burn us to the stake for what we say today. Just like, you know, it was illegal. It was illegal for them people to protect Anne Frank. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
But they did it.
We got to have each other's back no matter what. You know,
That's
we've
right.
all known
Loyal.
each other for a while. We just got to have each other's back. And if somebody needs a break, you know, I don't bug people. I mean, you know that, Albany, I haven't bugged you, you know, and then Patriots, you know,
Patriots just Patriot, you know.
we get
Love you, Patriot.
Pretty hard guy to understand, I hope.
But you know, there's one guy.
Maybe a little bit. Harry, you get me there, right?
Well, Mouthpiece, man, me and him, you know, it's like, man,
This fucking shit's getting heavy.
I'm calling Mouthpiece, and we have good conversations. So he's always got my back, you know.
I vacuumed earlier wearing that shit too, you know. You can picture me running a vacuum cleaner dressed like this.
It is good to have people that are loyal and got your back no matter what. And in time, you see that, and I am very proud to say, you know, you have gotten my back 100%. Now, a lot of you do, and I appreciate that. I really do, because I felt very defeated, and it was like, okay, all I could do at this point is just, you know, keep my head on a swivel and just back off of online, you know, and focus on my family.
You did the right thing, Albany. I did the same thing too.
You're good, man. You know, I don't have.
Well, and then I came back, Uncle Bill. Then I came back, and it was just one hell of a fucking shit show. It's like, what the fuck happened?
Everybody's at each other's throats, you know. They are. They're like, everybody wants to cut each other's throat and say this and that, and there's so much division. That's what's disgusting, is the division that's being created within our own community of people who love freedom, you know?
Yeah.
Like people
Scarecrow.
Democrats.
Take over, man. I'm going to put this on Scarecrow to take over. My dog's got to go outside. I'll be right
Okay.
Oh, Remo.
I'll take over. Yay! Don't believe what the Democrats are saying.
Pee for me, Remo. I got to go pee with Remo. See you guys later. I got to pee with Remo.
Oh, wow. I'm loving Albany.
Welcome to the Scarecrow in Albany.
Hey,
live show.
Hey. Yeah, don't believe the Democrat agenda.
Oh, hell no. Anything political is just fucking horrible. Horrible.
I used to be a Democrat years and years ago until Reagan set me straight. When the Democrat Party left me.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the other side. I don't know. I'm pretty young, though. I'm real young, though. Well, I feel old, but like you were talking about 84, and I was like, damn, I was still like a nut stain on my mom's panties. Like, I was only 4 years old.
Right. I understand
4 years old.
Yep. Hey, so what do you think about electric cars, huh?
Oh my God. No.
Here's my thought on electric cars. You know, they want everybody to have an electric car. So
they can shut them down.
Exactly. So they can turn
another
the
way
switch
to control
and shut it off.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's their agenda.
Mm-hmm. Going green my ass. Fuck. Let's go green. Really?
Yeah. Go green and lose your freedom.
Yeah. And you know, vehicles emissions actually is tree food.
Yeah.
Plant food.
All right. Did Scarecrow screw up the stream there or what, man?
Yeah, he fucked it all up, man.
Bill. Oh, no, Bill. You're
Oh
back.
no! Shh, quiet. He's back.
Uncle
So
Bill.
we were talking about electric cars.
Oh,
How
electric
fun they're
cars.
gonna be.
Don't get me started on that. Total bullshit.
Yeah, you get an electric car, and the government can control you in your car.
All right.
Mhm.
They can just turn the switch, and you have no way to go.
Yep. Man, I tell you what, man. If I could get my dream car, it'd be like a '69 Chevelle. You know?
Hey,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know
that
what?
was
You know
nice.
what? Uncle Bill, I have one of those in my garage right now.
69 with
What?
396.
Yeah.
Man. Oh crap!
You didn't. I guess
You
you
never
didn't
drove
see it
me?
then.
What?
Did you?
When I
You
was
didn't
young,
Hey,
see it?
Albany, how you doing, girl?
It's actually my husband's first wife.
Well,
What?
tell her
how
I
many
have
wives did you
wrenches.
have?
I have
I've
some
never.
wrenches.
You didn't see it, Uncle Bill? He must have got it.
no. I mean, the first time I was down there,
Wow.
you guys had,
Oh yeah, it was a while ago.
the white, SUV, and then the next time I came down, I'm like, who's freaking red truck? I think it was red. Whose truck is that? And you're like, it was in the shop. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
No,
I'm still
yeah,
my
it's
first
been a
wife.
while. It's been a while, man, because it's sitting in the garage right now. I would go out there with my my phone.
I ever get my hands on a Chevelle, though, I'm putting a 454 in it. That's all there is to it.
I may drop out though. I'm gonna try to go in the garage, but it may cut me off. Hang on, I'll show it to you.
No
She's
problem.
pretty.
Oh, boy.
If I had
I
a
could've
dick,
drove
I'd
a
put it in the
69
tailpipe
Chevelle.
for you.
Shit.
I would
Even
put it
even
right
a
in the
tailpipe's
tailpipe.
good. Show us the
Just the
tailpipe. Show us
tip.
the tailpipe.
Just the tip. No, he needs to work on it a little bit, but let's see.
Oh man, that's
Man.
awesome.
A
Chevelle, huh? I love Chevelles.
Oh,
What a sexy body
got-
style, you know.
I have to go to bed.
Yeah.
Love you, Scarecrow.
Thank you.
Holy crap, green. Wow. Oh, she
Yeah.
lost.
Holy shit,
Damn
my
it.
head just got bigger.
I'm gonna have to ask her for
My
a
wife's
picture.
calling me to go to bed.
Oh,
All right.
I think I
thanks,
hear my
Scarecrow.
wife peeing. My wife's peeing right now. Where did that Chevelle go? I want to see
Scarecrow.
Chevelle.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, Scarecrow, thanks for showing up, buddy. If you got to go, I know it's late there, so take care, man.
Love you
know how to
guys.
get hold of me, man. So take care,
Love you,
man.
brother.
Hey,
Good night.
let's come on earlier soon, okay?
I think we need to all make this more regular than what we used to.
Yeah. Well, I think James and I
Be
were-
more honorable to our times too. You know, when you show up, you should be on time. I think.
Right. Well, James and I think he pulled back for, YouTube at least. We talk, shit. I bug him all the damn time, but,
It doesn't matter where we're at, dude. They know we're the opposition. They know. And if they don't,
not
we're
worried
doing it
about
wrong. If they don't know we're the opposition, we're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I
Hey,
mean?
Albany, if you can hear, no worries, but that's a cool car. Very
I
cool
gotta
car.
see this car. Where's this Warlock at?
There's a green 69.
Oh, it's
thanks a lot,
like the
sir.
booger green one. Is it booger green? I love the
Yeah, it's
booger
like
green.
the old, like my older brother, God rest his soul, but he had a pea green metallic Vega for his first car, station wagon.
The Vega, I remember those.
Yeah,
It's
Vega.
kind of cool though. Is
Yeah.
it a sharp car?
We had a guy down the street. He had 7 kids, but he drove an ancient Gremlin, man, and it was like he'd start that thing up, and it was like, oh, he's going to work.
What motor was in the Gremlin?
What?
Well, I said, what motor was in the Gremlin?
I
honestly, I've wrenched all my life, and I don't know. I've actually never worked on a Gremlin.
Never
ever.
kept up on Gremlin, Pacer, Pintos, all that, 70s.
I've worked on Pintos, but never a Gremlin. A lot of citations, even the citations. Remember the citations?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the F-11
Oh yeah.
citation?
Yeah.
The F-11 citation was a fucking rocket ship, dude. Like, I took that thing for a test drive, and I was like, I felt like I just rode a Corvette, you know?
Well, I guess
like,
we're going sideways off the Canada, but yeah, my grandma had my dad's mom. She had a old. I mean, she's like 5 foot tall. She had a Olds 98 that was like 23 feet long and had a I think it had 498 in it. And my
yeah.
uncle would drive it, and we'd go down the freeway, and he's like, "Watch this rocket car." No, back in the day in the 70s when there was no seatbelt laws and shit, it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's enough motor to propel a rocket ship. Holy shit. They did it right back then, you know?
Yeah. Back in the day. I mean, shit, when I was a kid, even in Germany, we'd pack like half the team into some, coach's car and drive, to go play baseball at a different post, different army post. But we got another guest coming up here. Let's see if it's
Sweet.
Albany. Yeah, Albany's back.
That's the girl. Did you bring a picture of that pretty car? Show us that
I got
car.
kind of a good picture. Let me see.
We want to see it, Chevelle. Show it to us.
Hang on. I got a quick picture because I wanted to come back and I couldn't hear you guys, so it was like, oh fuck, so I gotta go back.
Oh my god,
So,
you guys make me smile. I feel like I have perma smile like a little kid.
Yeah, well, I mean,
she sure is pretty.
I'll have to get back down there and take a video of that 69 Chevelle. Show everybody.
Yeah,
So
claim it's yours.
You can also do that. Take a picture of it or a video of that car because that looks, man, that's a
We
cool
gotta take
car.
it for a drive. I told my husband, I said I'll dress up like a hooker or something, like a really hot hooker, and like stand on the corner and can like pick me up in the car. He's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, we can like go in the back seat." He's like, "We'll end up in jail."
Well,
okay,
I think you guys should do that together, and you'll be all right. Once it plays out in court, you're golden. Once it plays out in court. But that's really living out the fantasy, you know what I mean? I'd be pushing it too far, sister. Woo, doggy. Kids are fucking bad these days. They have guns and stuff. Oh my god, there's another one.
There you go. Bikes and Bullets is right. BAR, British Accredited Registry. Absolutely.
Does this look crooked to you?
I don't know, man. Dude, I had to turn my Kevlar off the military, 29 and a half years ago, so.
No, this isn't my military.
No, I know.
My military. We didn't wear helmets or vests. We just went out to die. That's what I did.
Yeah, I know your background, dude.
Yeah, I didn't do the whole military thing. I wanted to, but then I was like, boy, there's a lot more money over here, and I did that.
Yeah, Bikes and Bullets, man. I swear to God, that would be a live stream between me, you, and Mouthpiece Media, probably, man. That's getting pretty deep.
Yeah.
Most people probably wouldn't even understand it, and probably not even care, which is sad. But people need to get informed. But I think I'm gonna call it a night, guys. It's almost 2 hours here. I'm fading out. It's hard for me to do a live stream for so long. So thanks for showing up. And Albany, call me, girl, tomorrow, whatever.
I will. I'll call you tomorrow. I'll harass you.
Any of you up here, you can call me anytime. I know I'm a good
call you
ship, and
too,
I'll talk
brothers.
to you.
Yeah, and hey, anybody in chat
here.
Thanks for showing up. Really appreciate it. Anybody that watches this replay, appreciate it. Thoughts and prayers with Canada and support for Canada, guys.
I also have a camper outside of my house if anybody ever needs a place to stay. A while back, I heard someone say that someone died because they froze to death and shit, and that doesn't sound good to me. So if anybody's listening and they need a place to stay, I got a camper
If you're in upstate New York, I'm here, and I'm gonna put you to work. You're gonna work if you're gonna be here, but I'll
Hey,
keep
I
you
gotta
warm
say-
and dry.
I'm gonna say something to Watcher. Watcher, I will be calling you tomorrow too. I promise. Love you, brother.
Yeah, Watcher's a good guy. Yeah,
He is.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, have a good night and thoughts, prayers, and support for Canada, man.
God bless y'all.
All right. Take care, guys. See you.
Love
Thanks.
y'all.
Toodaloo.